That was Charlie drumming to his raspberry Snapple.
Mom, if you're watching this, you can kill me.
There's another large plastic bottle over behind the camera, too. Alrighty then, welcome to our channel.
We are
the Literary Gladiators, for those of us that are only watching this for the first time. And today we are going to be doing the New York Times by the Book Tag, which was created by Marie from Marie Berg. And just about everybody is completing this tag, and there are people now that are doing this in place of the Booktube newbie tag. So let's get started, and Andrew's going to get the. What we're going to do is the first 8 questions we're each going to answer individually, and then for questions 9 and 10, all of us are going to give an answer. And Andrew, you're going to get question number 1. What is it, Dan?
All right. What book is on your nightstand now?
Right now, it's Lawrence Ferlinghetti's Writing Across the Landscape. And I just started it, and it's a collection of his journals. Starting, he was a Navy sub chaser, and he was actually at Normandy. And it starts around there, and I'm not really too far into it. But I don't get into compendiums of journals too often, but every so often it's really nice to have like the raw detail and not just like factual. You have like a subjective narrative through the times and key events of somebody's life. So
key events like car keys, house
well,
keys.
key events like I'm sure Howell's gonna pop up. Yeah,
ready. Drum keys if you're a drummer.
Alright, next one's for Kayla. What was the last truly great book that you have read?
I'm going to have to say Fahrenheit 451. I absolutely fell in love with that book. It was the first time I read it. I can't believe it took me so long to get to it. But I was surprised by how much I actually enjoyed it, because I really didn't think I would like it as much as I did. But I tore through it in like 2 settings. It was so good.
That's a powerful. I would say Ray Bradbury has the power to do that.
It's definitely going to get me like into more of Bradbury's work too.
So. Oh, certainly. I read both Dandelion Wine and Farewell Summer, and with Farewell Summer, I read that in one day.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's light, but yet it's impactful. Mm-hmm. And it just has to do. I mean, with those two, it's not as dystopian. More so, it is childhood innocence.
I love innocence and being childhood and stuff like that. If you watch the show, you'll soon find out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And for Charlie.
Alright, next one's for Charlie. If you could meet any writer, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would you want to know?
I'm on the fence with J.K. Rowling, but I'm going to say the original creator of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Reverend W. Audrey.
Yes. Was he a book writer?
Yeah.
He was a master storyteller with trains and whatnot.
Children's book writer.
Yeah. He was also a priest in the Church of England.
Because Reverend.
Yeah, Reverend.
Yes.
That's right. Yes. So, but he belongs to the Church of England, like I said, and Thomas the Tank Engine is really what got me started with reading, and then the Hardy Boys, and then Harry Potter, and then but with Thomas the Tank Engine, you're probably thinking to yourself, really? But yeah, really, because here's no offense, but here's why. It takes me, when I have a hard day at work or just a hard day in general, and I can't play my drums for whatever reason, maybe because I got injured enough, but really because I'm a little clumsy, shall we say. Glass is not. This is good. This is good luck right now. I'm having. Just try watching the lawnmower explode when you turn it on. Not gonna go any further, and then I just want to relax and watch the show, and then you watch the Shining Time Station, and of course, it's nothing you're gonna go out and well, I'm doing it now, but it's not like when I'm subbing, especially, I come home and I'm like, I just have to relive my childhood. I have to, because it's something I feel personally that I need to do. I mean, yes, act your age, of course, but which I'm struggling with sometimes, but no. Yeah, but still.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to meet him, talk to him, give him some fish and chips.
Alright. Next question is for Josh. What
Hi,
books
Uh,
What books might we be surprised to find on your shelf?
you go into my library, you probably
Josh
everything
has a
will be
beautiful
right there.
library.
But seriously, though, if you're looking at books that I used to collect, it would be comic strip collections. I have the bound up. When they put them in as paperbacks, like they do with comic books. I have a major Dilbert collection. I have that's the biggest one, but I also have others. Mother Goose and Grimm, Grand Avenue. There's a Peanuts book, Far Side. But with regard to today, I like to collect books from local authors, and I enjoy attending author events. So I enjoy getting my books signed, meet the author, and have them sign the book for me. Something about the experience. Right along.
Next one is for Andrew. How do you organize your personal library?
It's kind of funny because I don't. It's basically chronologically, I suppose, is like the only answer I'm gonna have for that. I do have one. It's like it's a lot of shelves, but no matter where I'm living, there's always like a guilt corner. It's not like necessarily like bad books, but it's books nobody really needs to know that I have. like I don't know, like Motley Crue's The Dirt. It was an okay book, but like I don't want people to know. People know I have it now, but like.
You don't have 50 Shades of Grey, though.
No,
Oh, please, I'll break this glass
No,
off
it's
my
not
face.
Shades Darker.
There may have once been a Twilight book, but that's as bad as it got. But I mean, like
The lights literally just flickered.
like Paul Stanley's memoir and other like rock documentaries. Usually, like I basically end up with like a tunnel of books in one corner, but I have one mainstay, and it's basically last book is on top.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
But I have some key the literature that I love, which is like the weird and cosmic horror, like Lovecraft and Thomas Ligotti. Those are on permanent spots, but everything else is stacked on top.
And do you have a place for your cookies?
Yeah, no, I don't have too much food ever.
I'd be in trouble with that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is for Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
What book have you always meant to read and haven't gotten to? Is there anything you're embarrassed not to have read?
There's a lot I'm embarrassed not to have read because I like contemporary work, and I hate to say it, but I don't generally pick up the classics unless I have to. So pretty much any classic work is most likely sitting on my bookshelf, still unread. And I know that's a shame, and I promise I'll get to them one day, but today is not that day, and I'm sorry. I know, I'm horrible. I shouldn't even be a literary gladiator.
You're not you're fine.
No, not a problem. We discuss and debate literature in all of its forms.
And drummers, like musicians, you're reading, believe it or not. Even if you don't read a book, which you should, but still, you're reading music. I can read words and musical notes. Well, because I'm special, I can read the writing on the wall over there.
Alright, next one's for Charlie. I feel like I'm gonna know your answer to this one, by the way.
Cake? Food?
What book do you feel you were supposed to like but didn't? What was the last book you
wow.
put down without finishing?
Well, alright, I'm gonna answer. The last book I put down without finishing is Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, because I read it in a course of, I think, 4 hours, 6 hours. And a book I was supposed to like or supposed to dislike.
it was a popular book, but you didn't like it. It's a book that
50 Shades of Grey. Just kidding.
No,
just
a
kidding.
book that you
Just
a book that you picked up, thought you were gonna like, but realized you didn't.
yeah. This
No. Really, every book I've picked up, I can't. Let's just put this. I can't remember putting down a book because I didn't like it. It's I can't offhand. I don't know because every time like I said, I pick up a book, and yes, I put it down. And I have actually I do have a book that I still have to finish reading since my sophomore year in high school. I'm not going to tell you when that was, but you do the math. It was a while ago.
And do you plan on finishing Fahrenheit 451?
I finished it. I finished it in, like I said, I was up until I was up late, so, and it just reading.
Okay, I think you interpreted the question a bit differently then. It was what book did you put down without finishing?
It was a Harry Potter book, and I like Harry Potter, but it was, I just couldn't get around finishing it. And
If you watched our first Halloween episode, the work that sparked fear in Charlie was Harry Potter.
it was, and it not the fear was honestly it was Professor Snape because he scared me. I'm not gonna lie, and may he rest in eternal peace. We raise his wands. We raise our wands to him. These are special because but still, no. Great actor, Alan Rickman, but still, I'm digressing as I normally do. But I will finish the book unless I get in a car accident on the way home. But I intend on finishing the book.
We don't want that to happen.
No, we don't. I want to finish the book because I know it has a really great ending.
Okay.
Alright, next one's for Josh.
Hi, Josh.
What kind of stories
I'll
are
do
you
that again.
What kind of stories are you drawn to, and what kind of stories do you stay clear of?
I would say, with regard to what I'm drawn to, the genres that interest me are horror, thriller, suspense, literary fiction classics, short stories, poetry, historical nonfiction, anything having to do with the presidents, anything having to do with cheese. I like
Basically, he's got
just extraordinary ideas, absurdism, mad scientists, and central or important characters with Asperger's or another condition. And for things that turn me away, cookie cutouts, when the love triangle dominates the story, I'm also turned off by excessive violence or sexual abuse.
Same. Can't stand it.
I am turned off by I said cookie cut. It's a turn off when, to me, something seems like the same exact thing, only with different characters.
Okay.
Alright. This is for all of you. If you could require the president to read one book, what would it be?
Let's start with you, Andrew.
I'm gonna get in trouble for my answer.
This is a really hard question. Because you can require him to read a book. It's different. You can't force him to think about it.
It's not a book. It's a Constitution. I had to say it. It's not a joke. I made it. Read the stupid Constitution. Now, if we lose viewers, I'm sorry, but still, yes, we do need laws, or we need laws to be enforced. I'm sorry, I can't hold it in any longer. We don't. And plus,
I'm glad my setup was taken.
I'm sorry.
No, you finished
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's kind of where I was going.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
That was the thing you were making me.
Yeah, he took the glory.
I don't mean to take glory.
I was
I'm
thinking about
sorry.
that answer too.
That's what I was gonna say, honestly. But you said it first.
No, it worked out
That or Antoine Scalia's autobiography, or just any. There's that book.
We're losing
the
viewers.
something about the American original.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe try Leaves of Grass. Yeah. There's a lot of love for the nation in that one.
All right.
Kayla.
I don't know. Maybe Brave New World. So we
That's
don't
good.
know how to help. Go in that direction.
Well, we already have.
Great answer.
Yeah, I know.
Let's take it and go a different direction. Let's go in one direction. That joke. No, let's just. You're already headed in one direction. Thankfully, you don't know where I live. What kind of car I
What's
drive.
your answer, Charlie? Aside from the Constitution.
Aside from the company, I know, but and I say that in joking, of course. But I do.
Sure.
The reason I came out with this because
I think everybody that's in public office needs to.
yeah, not just the president. I have no sides.
I think a better one than the Constitution would be the Affordable Health Care Act.
I could make the president read any book. Okay, so we can't say law book, but no. Oh goodness. Let's see. I should have thought of this a little quicker. Let's just go with maybe. Well, we can tell what ones not to read. Here's that. Because we don't want the president or whoever's in charge getting any other ideas. But if I was to require the president to read a book, it would probably be a book that is about a law that has been passed for a person, maybe with a. Let's just go with the Ryan White story. I've read that book maybe about eight times in a row. Well, not in a row, but 8 times over maybe 2 or 3 years because it's such a great book based on a true story. I've mentioned it in the past, but and it also became a movie I think in 1988 or 89, but still, and he was actually in it for a brief moment.
Oh,
But,
the kid from the 80s.
yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something, even if it's not that, something about a biography, something about how someone's life got changed, and through a law that was passed, even though everyone's like, no. Well, too bad. Everyone is entitled to their own beliefs. So, but still,
If
it would be that.
If I were to recommend something that I have actually read myself, it would be Animal Farm by George Orwell, which, like Kayla, is a mirror regarding the fact that we are trying to break. We made the attempt to break away from tyranny, and yet once 1 or 2 people become power hungry, they become.
That's why I said that. Yeah.
It becomes the same thing all over again. If I was to do a buddy read with Obama, it would be Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand.
Nice.
Because I think that both of us would get something out of it, maybe for different reasons.
Oh, and you know what? Since we're on the Obama thing, I work in the schools, and with this health food, let's move, go fit thing. I'm like, really? The substitute teachers, the teachers, the staff, all of us. We don't have to suffer because of your. You can't serve Snapple. Oh, but it's in the break room. No, it's not there. Even the kids are like, I had bologna again. So yeah, I'm sorry, but still, it is, yes, for a good cause, but still, just don't take all the fun out of being a kid. Yeah, let that kid have that extra marshmallow on the s'more every once in a while. It's okay to indulge, but don't overdo it. And don't let somebody constantly be on your back, like my doctor.
Okay.
That was previous doctor.
How about question 10, the final question?
And
All
I
right.
apologize.
Last question for all of you is, what
Chocolate.
do you plan to read next?
The Constitution again.
Andrew?
Not immediate next, but I've got plans this summer to finally read Dune. I've always wanted to read Dune. So I've seen the movie a few times, and I've lied to enough people that I knew what was going on. So yeah, I was going to read Dune.
I think I'm going to start in on H.P. Lovecraft sometime soon. But the immediate thing I'm going to be reading next is my biology textbook book. So there's that.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
No, I mean it. Because biology and I know what biology is, the study of living things. But you know how long it took me to memorize that? So
Biology's the worst.
yeah,
so.
but kudos to you.
I always thought physics was the most aggravating science. But
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm
I don't have
I'm
to
no
take
good at
physics,
chemistry
so.
either. Please, it's like I think they'll be very good together. And you know, anyway, hey, what's this? True story. Charlie, don't eat. He ate it. Well,
what's your
yes.
choice?
My choice. What?
What's
Next
what,
thing you'll be reading.
The next thing I'll be reading. Okay. Now you're really gonna think I've gone off the deep end here, but it would be probably about paranormal, ghosts and stuff like that, spiritual world. Now, I'm into that. I mean, I'm not gonna go and break into an abandoned asylum and go look around with a high-powered flashlight and like, whoa, what's that? Oh my god! Oh, but still, believe it or not, some of that stuff does fascinate me because it's depressing. Yes, like wow, this or like, but ghost stories, even if they can't be made up. That's it. But probably it's just something out of the library. And I'm just gonna pick up a book. I don't have any books in particular, but just something about the paranormal, and why do they still linger here? Why are they still here? Move on, really.
Aside from the material for the summer session,
I know.
Aside from the summer session material,
That's
I
great.
plan to read for the month of September award-winning books for a particular award. I got to choose which one. I'm trying to start a marathon or some kind of challenge for the month of September, which I
also
encourage people to keep an eye on. I also, but for myself, I would say I probably want to read a work of horror fiction from an author that I want to get back to. I also picked up a book called He Wanted the Moon, which I hauled in my River Road Books book haul. Just a moment.
Of course.
But it has to do with this doctor looking for an answer to manic depression while he was suffering from it himself, and it eventually caused him to deteriorate, put him in an institution, and ultimately he was killed by the effects of his condition. But
Wow.
we'll see.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it really caught my. It was the last thing that I looked at, and it really caught my attention. And just the title itself, "He Wanted the Moon," is just that really. It's so poignant and gripping.
Sounds cool.
Charlie,
I wanted to say there's a book I have actually yet to finish reading since sophomore year in high school. The last Harry Potter book. I read maybe I'm gonna say about a quarter of it, and then I put it down, and I want to get back. That's on the to-do list. So, but yeah, I do want to finish the last Harry Potter. I think it's book 7. Right? Yeah.
Book 7's the last one.
Book 7. I definitely want to finish it. I've been saying that to myself a lot, and I'm like, ooh, drums. All right, and I'm not, but still, I want to be able to get through that, and say finally. So, excuse me.
okay. I thank you everyone for tuning in to our New York Times by the book tag. And
Hope we didn't frighten you too much.
I'm not going to tag anyone because I feel that I'm not going to tag anyone directly because I feel that most everyone has completed this. But if you have not completed it, I encourage you to do so.
Give it a shot.
Thank you for tuning in to our answers to the New York Times by the book tag. And for now, and as always, keep reading.